Prince Harry is, in fact, here in the UK. As you can see, this is a live picture, and he's arriving at the moment at the Court of Appeal, where a two-day hearing is about to unfold. He's appealing against a decision made by the High Court in 2024. He was initially denied the right to appeal, but then granted it. He's appealing against that decision that saw him denied police protection, taxpayer-funded protection in the UK after he left the country. There he was, just arriving there at the Court of Appeal. He's contesting that decision to downgrade his security protection when he's in the country. After he stopped being a working royal, you'll remember his taxpayer-funded police protection was changed. The High Court upheld the decision in 2024. That was initially thought to be the end of it because he was denied the chance to appeal. The chance to appeal was then later granted, and that's what will now happen over the next 2 days. It was unclear or not whether he would be attending in person or even if he was in fact in the country. Well, clearly he is, and he is attending. And what's expected to last a couple of days will now take place in the Court of Appeal. This is a debate about having official police protection and the intelligence that comes with it. In the past, I don't know what will be argued, of course, in the days ahead, he said it's not about the funding of it, but it's the ability to have the Home Office's own forces, the police, and all the security intelligence that comes with it that he is after, though in the past the Home Office have argued that that and the taxpayer funding is tied together. Either way, that was his arrival just moments ago to the Court of Appeal, and not necessarily a full surprise that he's there and attending in person. It was definitely possible, but nonetheless confirmed in the last few minutes that he will be there at the Court of Appeal for what's expected to be a 2 or 3 day case. Of course, in the past, in the number of cases that we've had on this, lawyers for the Home Office have said that his position materially changed when he moved abroad, and in those circumstances, protective security would not be provided on the same basis as before. You can hear some questions there as he entered. Someone shouted, would he go and see the King? Whilst he said, well, the King's in Italy. So that won't be happening in the next couple of days. Let's bring in Laura. Laura's there for us. And Laura, I guess we were wondering whether he would be here or not for this this hearing at the Court of Appeal. He is.
Yeah, look, we were wondering, and we'd heard that he had been on a flight over from Los Angeles to the UK, so the assumption was he would be in court, but he has just arrived here at the Royal Courts of Justice, where 3 appeal court judges will now hear his latest case. This is the ongoing legal challenge, isn't it? The Duke of Sussex versus the Home Office and their decision-making process when it came to the removal of his automatic police protection when he was in the UK. Remember, when him and Meghan left the UK, that automatic security was taken away. The decision made by this very secretive group, a body known as RAVEC, the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royals and Public Figures. And they took the decision that there would be this bespoke arrangement for the Prince, that when he wanted to come to the UK, his security would be arranged, but on a case-by-case basis, and he would have to give 28 days notice for that. Now, Harry has been fighting the way they took that decision ever since. He has argued that it was unfair, that it was irrational. Now, it's been back and forwards into this court over the years, since 2020 when it was taken away. This is the latest step in it. So basically, last year, a judge here dismissed his case. A few months later, another judge said he could appeal. So this is the hearing. And clearly, as we know, security means a huge amount to Harry. And that is why he has wanted to come here in person today for this 2-day hearing. It means a huge amount. And we've heard him say in the past that the fact that his security has been taken away in the way it has means he doesn't feel he can safely bring his wife, Meghan, and their 2 children to the UK. It's obviously not his home, but he does want the ability to visit more often and is sad that he can't. And remember, for Harry, it's a deeply personal issue, security too, having lost his mother, Diana, who had her protection taken away. So this case means a huge amount. I think it is significant he's decided to come here in person, to be present in that courtroom when those 3 appeal court judges hear his case. We don't know if there'll be a decision tomorrow. It may well be reserved, in which case we'll have to wait a while to find out if Harry has been successful or not.
I don't know how long ago and how separately, Laura, these things are scheduled, but and nor how long he plans to stay in the country, even if the hearing only takes a couple of days. But it won't be lost on most viewers that the King is not in the country at the moment.
No, the King is in Rome and celebrating his 20th wedding anniversary today. Look, Harry, we've heard, arrived on Sunday, which means there would have been a window where the two could have met. We've had no confirmation from either side on whether or not they did have a meeting. As far as we know, the last time Harry and the King met was back in February last year, when you remember he made that very quick dash to the UK following the King's cancer diagnosis. He had that very brief meeting at Clarence House with his father before the King then went to Sandringham in Norfolk, and Harry flew straight back home. Harry has been to the UK since. He makes these short visits, but as far as we know, that there haven't been these big family moments, certainly obviously not in public. And as for his brother, Prince William, then there is no sign at all that the deep, bitter row between those brothers has softened at all, and there is no sign that they will have met yet. Although we just don't know. I think he arrived on Sunday, and here we are on Tuesday, so who knows what's in his diary other than this court case for the next 2 days.